So I had an open house on Saturday and it was pretty well attended. There were about 20 sets of folks in 2 hours. Lots of fun, met a lot of people. So I thought I'd talk about how real estate agents feel about open houses. Why have an open house? The main reason to have an open house is because a seller wants us to have an open house, truthfully. Um, Sellers like to know that the agent that they're paying a commission to is actually physically doing something. And it's not always easy for a seller to know exactly what it is that we're doing, not only to sell houses in general, but to sell their particular house. So an open house is a nice way for a seller to know for sure that their agent is paying particular attention to their house. So honestly, most of the reason why we have open houses is because sellers like us to have open houses. In this market, in this last market, it was also a great way to have as many buyers and their agents see the house at one time as was physically possible. It was such a feeding frenzy market in our area that if you were blocking out the 2 or 3 days that it would take before the flood of offers came in, if you were blocking out half an hour visits or even 15 minutes, I did lots of 15-minute showings. There's only so many 15-minute increments in a day. And so by having an open house, you could flood the house with as many people as possible all at one time. So who attends an open house? Many times it's other sellers. It's other sellers who want to see the competition, to see how you staged it, to meet the agent, to see what kind of marketing is available at the property. So many times it's other sellers that come to visit your house. Very, very often it's your neighbors. Your neighbors are not only interested in what the price is that you're selling your house for and what amenities you have, but they really want to see the inside of your house, and it's a nice opportunity for them to poke around without you knowing that they're poking around. So other sellers, your neighbors, someday buyers who aren't necessarily in the market now, but they are interested in buying sometime in the future. And so they can get an idea of what properties are selling for now, or get an idea of what the inventory is now, thinking that they're going to either purchase a property or maybe even list their property in the future. You'll also get, if your home is selling at a particular price point, you're also going to get unqualified buyers. So you're selling your home for $900,000. You're frankly going to get a lot of buyers who are buyers in this market who are not financially qualified to purchase your property. And so it's an opportunity for them to kind of shop up, kind of see what's available in the higher price ranges without taking up the time of their agent. And speaking of taking up the time of their agent, you get a lot of buyers who have an agent who is either unable or frankly unwilling to take the time over the weekend to show them that property. And so it's an opportunity for them, if they just have a really super casual interest, to come and see a property that maybe was on their periphery. We get a decent amount of tourists in our area, and so often you will get folks who are just visiting the area who are casually interested in seeing what the real estate market is in the area that they're visiting, and an open house is a great way to do that. So many times you'll get people even who just saw the sign on the road. So why do real estate agents like to have open houses? Why would we like to have an open house on your property? The main reason is so that you see that we are paying particular attention to your home, and we want to do the best work that we can and make our sellers happy, so we'll do an open house on a weekend. We also like to have open houses because it's really good advertising. It's a great way for us to get our name out, to broadcast the listing out, and it's a great way for us to get other sellers. Truthfully, So it's good advertising, and we get to put our name, we get to put our signs out, and we get to meet folks who come in, who may be other sellers, and sell ourselves for them. Look, we're sitting in open house for these sellers. So it's great advertising. And really, the reason that real estate agents like open houses is because it's a way for us to meet buyers who are not represented by an agent. It's a great way for us to find new buyers. Doesn't happen frequently, but I met a very nice couple who is looking to purchase in the area, and they were visiting their folks, and we're having an ongoing dialogue. And I met them at the open house. They're not buying this property. In fact, there were no buyers for this particular property who attended the open house. Why do we not like open houses? We don't like open houses because we are probably not going to meet your buyer at this open house. Everyone has stories of their cousin and their cousin's aunt's brother whose house sold at an open house. It doesn't happen very often. It's really unlikely to meet your buyer at your open house. We don't like them for that reason. We don't like them because it's a little bit risky for you, the seller. For instance, I had 20 sets of folks that came in within a 2-hour period, and as much as I wanted to spend time with all of them, my attention was frankly taken by having a conversation with these folks over here while there was another set of people upstairs. If you've got valuables, medicine in your medicine cabinet, we ask you to put those away, because we can't clap eyes on everyone all the time, 100% of the time, when they are in their house, if it is as busy an open house as we are hoping for. So it is some risk to you. It is also a risk to me. We are advertising the open house, and I am putting my name out there, letting people exactly where I'm going to be for 2 hours without anyone accompanying. A nefarious person might not know that I'm not going to have another real estate agent there, but the vast majority of the time it's advertising that you, the real estate agent, are going to be in a property where the sellers are not in residence for 2 particular hours. So there is some risk to me as well, for having an open house. So those are all the secrets for an open house, good and bad. We do like them. We also hate them. And mostly we want to have a conversation about it, because maybe an open house would really work for your particular needs, or maybe we can really tell you that it's not a great idea to have your $2 million luxury listing at an open house where we can't follow everyone around as well as we normally would under controlled circumstances. But we need to have the conversation, so we'll talk about it. And thanks for watching.